have a monkey in your pants?
Alright folks, welcome back to another Bad Influence fan commentary. This time we're looking at Season 1 again, Episode 9. You have to excuse me because I've recently had a bit of the old man flu, so my voice might sound a bit Barry White. But as long as you're not cough and splutter, we'll just get on with it and see what this glorious episode has in store for us today.
Hiya. Welcome to Bad Influence.
Rugby shirt.
We start the new year with
boy.
a look at the newest format. Software on
Oh,
CD.
glorious high-tech CDs. Wow. Holy fudge! You're wearing an outfit. An elf outlet, Violet. Nipples.
And
What
I'll
the
be
fudge?
explaining how powerful computers can be used to tinker with reality.
Very funky.
But first,
Oh my god, what are you wearing? Is it
On
Christmas?
practically every format.
Nipple
Any idea what game
one,
it is?
check.
Well, it first
Nipple
appeared on the Amiga
two,
in 1991.
check.
It's completely original and it stars a small phone which
Oh.
has got suicidal tendencies.
This is
it is, of
an
course,
amazing
Lemmings.
game.
This is the original version on the Amiga.
Absolutely
And they all
amazing.
drop from this trapdoor in the ceiling and you've got to guide them safely home. This door
One of my
on the
all-time
bottom
favourite
right-hand side.
games on the Amiga. So
Now,
much fun.
When they're in their first state, they just walk into
Is this
things
like
and
an
walk off
Idiot's
things.
Guide to
So you
Lemons?
have to give them different skills. I've made this one into a digger, so
digger,
they can dig
yes,
down, they can
this
get
is
home
like
with
level
very
1.
easy because it's the first one. But in later games, you need to use all the various different
In later
skills
levels,
to get the
Nipples,
right
not
way.
later games.
For example, you can make them into floaters, so they float
Floater,
down
I don't-
from height,
is floater
or
the right word
climb
for
as they
that?
climb over things. Or you can nuke them.
Nuke
Click on
them,
that,
blow them
you've got
up.
A 5-second countdown. 3, 2, 1. Ah!
If things are going tits up, press the nuke
This
button.
is the same level
What's
on the
this?
Spectrum, which is a much
A
older and
Spectrum?
simpler computer than the Amiga. But all the essential elements
On
are
the
there.
Spectrum, I
Unfortunately,
have never
no
seen this
mouse
game
or
on the
joystick
Spectrum
on this
before, and I
game,
can
however.
see
I have
why.
to move the cursor around using keys on the keypad, and then assign skills to the Lemmings by
Oh my
pressing normal,
God.
which I'll use with the thumb to make him a digger like that. Obviously, the graphics are quite limited,
Yes,
and there aren't many
limited.
colours to play with either.
Slow.
And whereas in other versions of Lemmings you may be asked to deal with up to 80 or 100 on some of the more advanced levels, on this game you'll never be asked to deal
Oh
with
my
more than
god,
20.
I'm gonna have to check that
About
out.
my limits.
I've never ever
Actually,
played
I do
Lemons
agree
on the
with that.
Spectrum.
Lemmings also need saving on consoles and handhelds.
Super Nintendo version, how does
is
this
the
fare?
version on the SNES. And on this one, I have to make the
Pretty
lemmings
decent.
into blockers.
Actually, it looks pretty decent and
so
sounds
that
pretty
they
decent.
don't fall off the platforms.
Oh,
And,
that music's
when
nowhere
you
near
see
as good
things
as
are
the
going
Amiga though, I have to
swimmingly,
say.
which they're not exactly at the moment, but now
The
made that
Amiga
one block
version
on-
is
block
far
they are.
superior,
You can
and
press on
obviously
this, and they come
be a bit
out
awkward with a
5
joypad.
times faster.
Mouse
You can
control
also
is
test
so
the
much
skills
easier
to
and
get there a lot
faster for this
quicker.
kind of game.
And I think I'm going to lose a couple here. Ah! You can change the different skills by using these buttons.
I still
Get back into blocker there.
don't know what
Missing.
you're wearing, Violet.
And
That's some funky dress
on the other
sense.
one to
You
use
gotta
now,
lose
and
one
I
at
think
the
it'll
right.
be
No,
good there.
dead.
the latest version of Lemmings is
Game
on
Boy.
the Game Boy.
I don't think I've ever.
As you
Ooh,
can see, they're tiny backgrounds and tiny sprites. But it all
jerky
works,
Game
and
Boy.
it's just as playable as ever.
Small might be beautiful, but this is state-of-the-art Lemmings. The
What?
game is exactly the same, but this is the Apple Macintosh version with wonderful graphics and digital
How is this
sound.
state-of-the-art?
On this level, whereas Violet was using the blockers to stop the Lemmings moving, I'm going to use
This-
the blocker.
this is
and
not
turn him into a
state-of-the-art.
bomber
I'd say the Amiga
by
version looks
selecting
better.
The explosion from the bottom set of tasks here, and then after the countdown, he will blow a hole in the
Is
floor
this
there.
better than the Amiga
and all the
version?
Lemmings will be able to walk through.
I refuse
select
to
another
accept this,
blocker,
Mr. Crane.
and I
Your
will
filthy
position him
mouth.
right by this wall. And then I
Anyway,
will give
how many
him
people had one of these
the task
machines?
of being a bomber as well, and then hopefully
Not
he'll
as
blow a
many
hole
as
in
the
that
Amiga.
wall, and all the Lemmings will proceed home to base safely. Well, at least
Seriously,
that's
guys,
the
if
theory.
none of you have ever
If you
played
don't wanna
Lemons
go for
before,
yourself, all the
play it
details
on
of
the
different
Amiga.
Lemmings formats are at the
It's
end of
an
the program
amazing
in the
game.
data blast.
Download an
Our
emulator,
main
whatever,
review this week
but
is Echo
play
the
that
Dolphin
game.
on the Mega Drive.
Echo.
Echo was a happy and carefree dolphin.
It's a bit of a
until
fucked up hard
mysterious
game from what I
vortex
remember.
ripped all life from the sea. Now he's got to swim around, find his friends, and save the underwater world. Here's Alex.
Same. I remember playing this.
This is a really
Hello,
unusual
Alex.
game. I've never seen anything like it before. It's great to see a fresh idea on the market.
But I seriously don't remember getting anywhere in it.
Echo can also use his sonar to talk to the inhabitants of the sea. Some of the puzzles are very hard. This whale obviously isn't going to help much in finding my pod, which in case you didn't know is a herd of dolphins.
Stupid whale.
There's loads of things to do in this game. The crystal there is a key, which when you touch it gives you magical powers to open up different
Magical
doors.
power. I don't think it's
You've
magical
also
powers.
got to get air pockets. Because you're a mammal, you run out of air easily. You can also use the sonar to bring up this map. This shows you around the levels. Always keep your eye out for loose rocks and shells. They can come in handy.
Anybody
What I've
played
got
this
to do
game?
is with
Majority of
this
you out there
shell,
have probably
is
played this
against
game.
the
Curious to
first
see
rock.
what your thoughts on
And
it
then
are
balance
actually.
someone knows,
It's a game like I
I
say I
can get
played.
through.
I remember being brick hard and I don't remember getting anywhere in it. But
There's
I
loads
still
of
quite
valleys on
like
this
it all
level.
the same.
These pufferfish you've got to headbutt and then you can get past them. Echo is fast, fun and very addictive.
Okay, cheesy
I
face.
gave this one full marks and I definitely buy it. It'll last for ages.
No, it won't, because you won't get
This is
anywhere because it's
really
hard.
gorgeous. I like the fact that you've got to solve the mystery.
I like your voice.
This is a really brilliant game.
Everyone raves about this game, but I didn't like it that much. The graphics are good, and it's a good original idea, but it didn't keep me interested for long.
You must be a Super Nintendo
And so
lover,
the
my
final
friend.
scores
4.
for Echo the Dolphin. The
3,
boys gave it an
4,
excellent 4 out
4,
of 5, and the
4.
girls liked it just as much. They
There
gave
you go,
it
not
4
that
out of
bad.
5 too.
Namrud. Is it?
Happy New Year,
Oh, it's
slimy
Happy New
flitless.
Year.
I hope you had a nice one and got all the rappy uppy
Look
things
at that
you
lovely
wanted.
Amiga tank
I
mouse
got
sitting on his
loads
desk.
and loads of
Brilliant looking
cards.
condition, nice
Here
and
it
white.
is. Thank you very much, Daniel Chant from Gillingham. Anyway, on with the 1993 cheats. Now this one.
For those of you who
through
don't know,
game
this
called
chap here,
Swim
Namrud,
on
gives
the
out
Amiga.
hints and
All you have to
tips.
do is pause the game.
He seems to do a
and
lot for
type
the
in
Amiga recently, actually.
NCC-1.
That's a filthy Amiga 600.
701.
No
Then
numerical keyboard
unpause
on
the
that bad
game,
boy.
And you've got infinite lives. Oh, all right then. It's not a very good cheat, but I've got a headache. Oh, turn it down. Clear off.
Nice little Competition Pro joystick sitting on his desk though too. Ooh, I want.
Computers and special effects, they're something you tend to associate with movies and the silver screen, but actually some of the best effects around aren't on the big screen at all. This is a commercial. It uses state-of-the-art 3D graphics and was made
I do not
in
remember
Hollywood,
watching
but
this
in London at the moving
when
picture
I was a
company.
child.
Gareth Edwards, the designer, explains
It's
how
like
it's
MC
done.
Hammer wrapped in a
This is the live
purpley
action
biscuit wrapper.
transferred from film onto video.
So where do you actually start once you've got your live action footage inside your computer screen?
Well, once I've got this picture into the computer's memory,
Well,
I
this
can
is the
digitize
usual
or trace
weekly
a computer graphics
educational
line around
content of the
silhouette
programme.
of the character, like this.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's absolute
And while I
toss,
finish
to
doing
be
the
fair.
dot to dot, I can then tell a computer that that is where the object is, and it'll remember it.
Ooh, wow, it
Which is
remembers
like the very
things.
first
Magical
place where we
computer.
start with the transformation from a two-dimensional picture into a three-dimensional object. Now I can tell a computer to go into its animation mode and play back to
Animation
me the
mode.
frames that I've digitized into the computer's memory. Once I've done that, once I've got the silhouette of the object, and I've got a rough position for the arms, I can actually go ahead and start getting complicated, which actually means doing all the bendy bits.
Oh dear,
Which
right.
is the...
Gets complicated
It
now.
gets complicated.
Using a feature called a shader ball, Gareth can start to put shading on the graphic. He then adds the lettering and a bit of texture until he gets the right look.
And we add them together, we get that kind of effect. Now you can see the reflections on the surface there.
Yeah.
The reflections of that surface are created using this picture.
Why is there a haunted house on the screen?
Almost anything will do as long as it's the right kind of
Because it's moving
texture.
around so
That's
much
right.
and stuff, you're not really going to notice.
Ooh, impressive.
How long has it taken you, the two of you together, to create this sequence?
Believe it or not, 7 weeks.
Holy fudge.
For how much actual animation on screen?
About 20 seconds.
When Gareth has
7
finished
weeks?
making the three-dimensional computer graphic version of the biscuit wrapper, all that information is transferred onto another computer called a Harry. That's operated by Paul. What
Harry.
the Harry computer basically does is combine the real people and the computer graphic and make it all look, well, real, if you like. Where do you start, Paul?
This is the clean background as it was shot, like that. So first of all, we need to put the computer
Look at his
graphics
giant
on to
tablet
make sure
device.
that it's
It's
Gareth's
humongous.
got his dot-to-dot right. It should,
That
shouldn't
tasty classic purple biscuit is
So
making
there
me
we can see the
hungry.
computer graphics being combined with the live action background. Now the first thing we can see
His face
is that it looks
disappears.
stuck on. It looks very, very sharp.
Yep, his face
So we need to
disappears.
soften it. We also
Look,
need to knock the
face
colours
gone.
back a little bit, just to make it sit in that bit more. To get rid of the arms, we take it into an area of the Harry called the paint box, which allows us to actually paint on the screen. So frame by frame, we have to cut
Oh,
out
really?
areas of the picture, and then we stick those down onto the area of the picture where the arms are, which enables us
Oh
to
my
remove
gosh,
the
frame
arms.
by frame, that
The
is
Harry
going to
machine
take
is the
you
one
a
which adds all the
hell of a
finishing
long
touches.
time.
The one I like best is called motion blur. Get this.
The way we do the motion blur is we take it again into the paint box.
And remember,
by
this is
using a
all
function
high
called
tech
cut and paste,
back in the whenever this was,
we cut out
90s.
a small area of the picture, and using that like a tool enables us to actually smudge the picture underneath, we can mimic that on the actual computer graphics.
Just looks like he's making a
to
bloody
give it,
mess.
again, that added little bit of realism.
That doesn't make it
So
look
now you know
real.
of all the hard work and computer magic that goes into creating just one commercial. Now it's done, all we have to do is sit back and enjoy the finished product. And possibly a biscuit. Anyone?
I want a classic biscuit, please. Maybe not from the 90s, it would have got a bit funky by now.
If you've got a home
Nipples.
computer, there are several graphics packages around that will let you produce and manipulate 3D images yourself.
Please tell me.
But now for this
No,
week's
I
news
thought
and
you were going
previews.
to tell me what packages. News and previews, let's go.
If you've already finished Sonic 2,
No,
take
I've
heart.
never have
This
actually.
week saw Sonic Tuesday Mark II
Holy-
when the Game Genie
What?
codes were released for Sonic's second adventure. Now you can customise the game to set yourself new
Ooh.
challenges, or if you're having problems, you can
Customise.
put in some brilliant cheats to get past the tricky bits. Enter NN8A.
Never had a Game Genie. Actually, I'd lie, I had one for the
to
Super
start Sonic
Nintendo.
with 99 lives. Or you can make Sonic invisible by typing in the code ALTA.
What is the point of making Sonic invisible?
CA8N, which makes the game a lot harder because you can't see him.
That is stupid.
But the best effect puts a rocket under Sonic so he whizzes through all the levels. Now you get that by entering CBVTCAE2. All 42 Sonic.
I don't
2
see a
Game
rocket
Genie
under
codes
him.
with the data blast at the end of the show. And next week we'll
Oh,
do a special
could
feature
do
on
that, do
devices,
speed
so
run.
watch this space.
That's cheating.
Here's a
But you
sneak
could.
preview of Dr. Franken 2, due out soon on the Game Boy. The stars are still the good doctor's creations, Frankie and Bitsy. But this time our hero has a problem with the electricity board. He can't pay a mega bill.
Oh,
So he's
bad
got to
Dr.
hunt
Franken
high
and your
low in an
inability
effort
to
find
pay
old
your
Dr.
bills.
Frankenbone's money. Go to it, Frankie.
New Year's resolution.
You're wearing those. They look a bit
Number
seedy,
one,
those gloves,
Do
Mr.
not
Rude.
get kissed by Violet. Yes. Number 2, take less
Just try to have a look to
exercise.
see what
Yes.
game that is playing.
Right, deep techies. This is a cheat that lets you skip straight to level 2 on Steel Empire on the Mega Drive.
Steel Empire
All
on the
you
Mega
do
Drive.
is hold down B and keep pressing start. Here we go. Flicking through all the options.
I
screen.
love cheat
Wait
codes
for it,
and
wait
stuff.
for it.
Unfortunately, nowadays you
There
don't
you
seem
are,
to really
on
get them
level
on
2.
games, to be fair.
Amazing.
Fun
Right.
Chen.
I better carry on with my New Year's resolution.
Probably because the games are a lot easier
Number
nowadays, to
3,
be fair.
Be nicer to Spike
Retro
George,
games
I
seem
think
to
it's
be
all right.
brick hard, some of
Number
them.
4, do not get kissed by Andy. Yes, that's a definite. Oh, horrid.
Andy might like being kissed
Don't
by
worry
you,
now.
Mr. Rude. Mega
No
CD!
chance of that. This is the
Holy
latest
fudge.
Mega Drive from Japan. It's called the Mega CD, and not surprisingly, the software comes on CDs.
High
which you pop
tech.
in just like
Tell
you
me
do in the
more,
music centre
Mr.
at
Crane.
home. Close it up, and then you have to select,
Get that cable coming out the front,
CD-ROM
going into the
up
back.
press the A button, and sit back and enjoy some wonderful graphics. This is Afterburner 3, and as you can see, the graphic quality is quite incredible. It looks just like it does in the arcade.
No, it doesn't, you liar.
Amazing
No.
stuff. Mega CD games won't run any faster, but they will be bigger, and the reason is because you can get so much
They
more
should have
information on a CD
implemented some sort
than you
of
can on a
extra
standard console
processor RAM
cartridge.
into the Mega
For
CD.
example,
It could
a
have
CD
made
could
quite a bit of
easily cope
difference.
with all the information of this, the entire Oxford English Dictionary. In fact, this one does.
Wow.
All 20 volumes.
Ah, more lemmings. This is a CD TV,
Oh.
which is basically an Amiga painted black with a CD drive. You can also get the CD drive separately to plug into your telly so you can play your CD games that way.
CD TV.
Basically, it works.
I like the
a
little
very
portable telly,
powerful
actually.
disc
What is
drive.
it?
This is a flight sim that's being developed for it. The fractal backgrounds are coming straight off the CD.
That's not a flight sim, that
Also,
looks
there are
like a
loads of
bloody
education
full motion
apps and
video.
games that are currently being developed for it.
Rubbishy
but as
game.
It comes with keyboard, mouse, and a floppy disk drive. You can play your older little games on it while you're waiting.
This is the most user-friendly interactive CD system. It's
CDI?
called CD Interactive, or you can
CDI.
abbreviate it to CDI.
CDI.
And it's being sold heavily as a complete home entertainment system. Now, because you can get so much information on a CD, when it comes to games, you can really make use of
Didn't
that
do
facility.
terribly
This is a
well.
golf simulation. I'm on the
I think I
first
remember
tee,
playing this
ready to
in
take
my
my
local
opening shot, but
Curry's
I'm
or
facing in the
Comet,
wrong
and I
direction.
think I was
So I'll
playing
move this little cursor
some
thing
sort of
and position
Sesame
myself,
Street
so I'll shoot it down the middle of the
educational
fairway.
thing on it.
Now, watch the guy move. Now,
Fun at the
deciding
time,
what
to
position
be
I want
fair, I
shoot
was
it.
impressed
Look
as a
at that.
younger
Like
monkey
a real
spaz
fella.
butt.
I've already chosen the club I want.
Terrible
So now,
machine.
I've just got to give it a right good belt.
Didn't do well
And it should go straight
at
down
all.
the middle. There's about 50,000 photographs to choose from on this CD, so wherever my ball has landed, in the water unfortunately, the CD will be able to pick it out and show me exactly where I went. Of all the formats, I think this golf game is probably one of the best. There are other games around, but the
You're a bit
hardware in the
twitchy there,
CD area
Andy,
is wonderful,
jerking about.
but I
You've
think
had
it would
too
be fair
many
to say that the
E numbers,
software hasn't
too
really
much
caught up
sugar.
yet. You can also play your music CDs on this, and you can get TVs and films soon on CD as well. And the whole system of CDI is compatible with the Kodak photo CD system that allows
Doesn't
you to put
really
your
matter,
family
Mr.
snap
Crane,
on a
it
CD or
bombs.
something like Boots.
I'm telling you this
Eventually,
from the
manufacturers are hoping, can you hold
future.
this a second? They're hoping that instead of a computer, a console, a
System
library full of
2,
books, an
Amiga
old shoebox full of
600.
snaps and a CD player, you will have one of these. It is a portable CD and computer.
What?
It's a Sony Data Discman.
What is
And whilst
that?
it can't do all the things that its brother can do, it's getting there and it's portable.
Again, I don't think that ever took off. I've never heard of that
Now
before.
for some more games reviews.
Games reviews.
Magical Quest is yet another game starring Mickey Mouse. This time he's hot on the trail of his missing
Did
mate
we not have
Pluto,
this
who's
in a
been
previous
snapped by
episode?
evil Emperor Pete.
Or am
Which
I
think you'll agree is
slightly
a pretty cool name for an
confused?
emperor. Here's Kathleen.
This is a lovely game. It's easy to pick up and very
A game that I
fun
picked
to
up
play.
recently myself for the
You're in
Super
an enchanted
Nintendo.
world, so the most unusual things can happen. If you pick up these gold blocks, you can spin them and then you can get coins underneath. If you get this block and then throw it at the treasure chest,
Big
there's loads of
tomatoes,
coins
I remember that,
underneath.
pushing them down the hills. And or standing on them.
If you go into this tomato, it can protect you from spikes, so you just need to walk as fast as the tomato goes.
Oh.
This is an end of level boss. He shoots out these babies and you've got to try to kill them.
Kill the babies.
You can spin them as well, and if you spin them you can get extra points.
You cruel,
If
cruel
Mickey
child.
changes into different costumes, he gets extra magical powers. I love this game. It's just as good as Castle of Illusion.
Is it though? Is it?
It's nothing special. It's quite fun, but there's nothing
This boy
original
doesn't
in it.
think so.
I'm not a great fan of this one. It's not very interesting. It's just an average platform game.
Okay.
And the scores for Magical
In other words,
Quest,
not as good as
the boys
Castle of
gave it
Illusion.
An average score of 3 out of 5, but the
As
girls
would
liked
be
it a bit more
expected.
and they gave it 4 out of 5.
After all that conspicuous consumption over
Is this on the
Christmas,
Amiga?
here's a new game priced at a lean $7.99. The Galactic Warrior Rats, who actually look more like Galactic Warrior Globs to me, have a mission to find and destroy
looks like it
computers
is,
to
but
set
really,
up their world.
I've not seen
Here's
this game
Matthew
before.
To help them.
This
Amiga,
game is fast
I
and
was
full of
right.
baddies. Lots
$7.99.
of weapons to choose from if you've got enough money. And there's some really good touches in the gameplay. This is a very good looking game in parts. Although the music is a bit poor, the sound
Not
effects
bad
are
for
excellent.
$7.99 to be fair.
Only slows down when the action's very full. Right, I'm just going through the door here. You can pick up credits
It looks a
when you
bit.
kill
Looks like
enemies.
so many
and
other
use
games
these
actually.
to
Just
towards
none of them
buying
spring to
weapons,
mind.
ammo,
Game on the
tool
Commodore
which reduces
64 that
damage
looks
from enemies,
very similar
or
to this as
orbits
well.
which follow
Obviously
you
not
around,
graphically,
adding
but
power to your fire.
similar sort of
As you
style of
can see,
gameplay.
You can't really afford to stop shooting for very long. I think this game's great value and a real challenge. So if you don't like fast shooting games, it's definitely not for you.
It does not look like a fast
I like
shooting
this.
game, son.
It's a playable, nice-looking game with great sound, and it's a bargain.
Wow.
It's not my sort
Lasers.
of game. As soon as you get out of your base, you get shot at. I don't see the attraction in games
You're
like
supposed to shoot back.
And the scores for Galactic
Really?
Warrior Rats.
Milky
the
Bar
boys
Kid
gave
had
it
no
3 out
idea
of
there,
5,
did he?
And the girls thought it was an average game as well. They gave it 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. Somebody's hanging Nam. Hang the Namrud for his crime to video games and television.
Space Harrier on the Game Gear. Right, I'm going to try
Shocking behaviour.
level 9. I hope you've got your biros ready and jotting these down. Level 9. Right. B. F.
Awesome arcade classic Space Harrier. Never played it on the Game Gear myself.
Level 9. It works. It works. Hey. Beam me up, Spotty.
Hang Namrud, hey!
Whoa.
Live long and prosper, Nam.
Okay,
If you
Christmas,
want to record the
elf
date, I'll
nipples.
set your video recorder now.
Last week's competition was to win loads of copies of the new
Take
Take
That.
Video, Take
No.
That and Party, and the winner's name is
Some
going across the bottom of the
shameless
screen now.
plugging by Take
Congratulations
That
to you.
on last
The
week's
competition
episode.
question you
It
will
was
recall
shocking.
was, what were the names of the 2 bands the boys were in before they formed Take
No
That?
idea.
And the answer was The Cutest Rush and Street Beat.
Yep, no
This
idea,
week's
never heard of
competition
either.
prize is to
Lemons!
win 5 copies of
Fuck
Lemmings.
yes, give
And
me
the question
lemons.
Is, are lemmings a type of rat, a
Rodent.
type of guinea pig, or a type of squirrel?
Oh fuck.
Send your answer on a
I don't
postcard
know.
or a stuck-down envelope to the usual address. Mark the
I
competition
give up.
to reach us no later than next Monday, please. And don't forget to tell us what format you would like Lemmings.
Oh, can I not
Enjoy
get
the
it on them
programme. We'll
all?
see you next
I
week at the
want
same
all.
time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. This guy's the Data Blast. You basically set your video recorder to record back in the day. You played it back frame by frame so you could read all the useful information. There you go, Bad Influence. Season 1 Episode 9 fan commentary. Please check back weekly for another episode. And apologies if my voice was not up to par this week, but I have been suffering with man flu. But as always guys, thank you much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?